Through a new partnership with Strategic Materials, Inc., the nation's largest glass recycler, the City of Houston is able to offer residents a more convenient way to recycle glass. Since the removal of glass from the city's single-stream recycling program earlier this year, we have been working to find ways for residents to conveniently continue to recycle glass. And I want to thank Strategic Materials for stepping up to the plate to provide a more workable solution than what we currently have. SMI is covering the cost of glass recycling drop-off boxes at a total of 10 locations throughout the City of Houston. In return, SMI will be allowed to retain any profits that result from the recycling of glass. The first 2 drop-off locations will open this weekend at Sharpstown Park, 6960 Bel Air Boulevard, accessible during park hours 7 days a week. And then the second location will be the Salvation Army Family Store and Donation Center, located at 2208 Washington Avenue, and it will be accessible 24 hours. The City of Houston Solid Waste Management Department will send out notices as the other 8 locations are added to this pilot program, and it will give us 10 sites, and we're always looking for more. These new drop-off locations sponsored by SMI are in addition to the 9 existing City of Houston neighborhood depositories where residents are able to recycle glass and other items. Due to cost concerns, glass was removed from the city's curbside recycling program last March. Information about this pilot project, curbside recycling, and other topics is available at www.houstonsolidwaste.org. And please remember to empty and rinse all glass containers and remove all corks, caps, and lids before dropping them off. I want to call up at this point Dennis Suggs, the Strategic Materials Incorporated CEO, to make some comments about what is being provided as relates to the recycling of glass. Dennis?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, my name is Dennis Suggs. I'm the President and CEO of Strategic Materials. I'm particularly excited to be here with you today, given that Strategic Materials is headquartered right here in the City of Houston. With nearly a 100-year history in glass recycling, we are the largest glass recycler in North America, with over 1,100 associates and 100 of those employees right here in the great City of Houston. To that end, we are proud to announce our partnership with the City of Houston to launch this glass recycling program that will allow the residents of Houston to continue to grow recycling here in the city. We hope to identify more partners over time to work with us and our customer base to continue to grow this program even more. More details on our progress will be made available on our website at strategicmaterials.com. With that, our innate desire to preserve our environment and keep our city clean brings Strategic Materials and the City of Houston together in a powerful and meaningful way to support glass recycling. And with that, I'd like to thank the Mayor again for all of your support for helping us put this program together.
Thanks, Dennis. And the goal is between now and over the next year and a half to come forward with a recycling program that was even better than the one that we have had in the past. But for right now, we're just trying to beef up the glass recycling program. And I certainly want to thank Dennis and Strategic Materials, Inc. For joining with us and being a partner in this effort. Let me stop. Are there any particular questions as it relates to this particular program before I turn to the next one? Rebecca?
What is the cost of implementing these new glass recycling receptacles to Strategic Materials and to the city, if any?
It's no cost to the city at all. And of course, any profits returned as a result of this, this effort of this partnership will benefit SMI. You want to?
Yeah, no, the cost will vary depending on the amount of recycled glass that's dropped off at each location.
Okay. And does the city have any plans to bring glass recycling back into the curbside program?
Absolutely. Right now, we're under a 2-year contract with Waste Management. It's 2 years, and from between now and the end of this contract period, we will be working on a very robust and vigorous recycling program. My hope is to come back with something that will be much better than what we have ever had in the city. So the answer is yes. Okay. But in the meantime, you know, we're trying to address the issue of glass recycling, since that was not a part of the deal.
And who will be determining where these drop-off locations?
The additional 8 sites,
Yes.
we'll be working with solid waste and SMI. Okay.
Well, so we're trying to forge a partnership with HISD, Mayor, to use some of the elementary school locations.
Okay, and we're also in conversation with HISD to use some of the elementary schools as well. Okay.
What's the time frame for
Fall 10,
Elton?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Okay, and the first 2 are starting this week.
Can you talk a little bit about just how this came together, how you came up with the idea, and what that was like in the last couple
Well,
months?
I will tell you, the one piece that's not a part of the deal with waste management is glass recycling. And that's and recognize that's an important piece. So even though we're working on to put forth a very robust recycling program a year and a half from now, whatever we can do to address the glass recycling piece, which is missing in our arrangement with waste management, we're attempting to do. So I want to thank Harry Hayes with Solid Waste and all the people working with him for just looking all over to try to find ways that we can address glass recycling. So I personally want to thank SMI for stepping up and partnering with us to address the issue of glass recycling.
And just for people that don't know a lot about the issue, can you talk about just why it's so important to recycle glass and what this does for example, our landfills and how this helps the city?
Well, that's one of the pieces that really impacts our landfills when there's glass in the recycling area. That's one costly piece, one of the costly pieces, and that's one of the reasons why it's not in the arrangement that we have with waste management. But it's an important piece for the people in the city who especially are utilizing the recycling, who are into recycling. Okay, and we want to expand the number of people who are into recycling, but that was a costly piece. And so that's why I want to thank SMI for stepping up and providing these 10 sites at their cost, not at the city's cost. And whatever they can generate from a profit point of view, of course, they'll maintain. But it's not costing the city, it's still staying within our financial constraint, but at the same time, it's providing that glass recycling aspect that many people who are into glass recycling want. And of course, I'm disappointed like anyone else that we're not able to offer it across the board as it was in the past, but we'll get back there a year and a half from now. But in the meantime, this is a significant step in that direction. So thank you, Dennis, and thank you, Smile.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mayor, the city has 9 existing neighborhood depositories.
Yes.
Does glass collected there get processed by waste management or by SMI?
By SMI.
It would get processed by SMI.
Okay, so any glass dropped off at the neighborhood depositories
Those-
or at SMI's new depositories would get processed by SMI?
That's correct.
By SMI. So there are existing 9 drop-offs. We're adding another 10, so there are 19, and we're always looking to set up even more. And so we're just going to continue to establish our relationships. And so hopefully this will be the first of another announcement, okay? As we work ourselves to a year and a half from now, okay?
I'm not sure if you know the number or not, but is there any kind of a number for like how many tons of glass that this will keep out of city landfills?
Any idea?
It's going to be approximately 10 to 15,000 tons annually.
10 to 15,000 tons annually. Okay. Okay. All right. If I can now move.